Hello Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading where we're going to look at what is coming up for you in the week ahead. Now I have got some lovely new cards which you can check out in the description, and if you want to buy them there's a link on there that'll take you. These are called the Chinese 5-element oracle cards. So I've shuffled them and these are the ones that have popped out, and we have got pile 1, which is the wood sheep, number 32. We've got pile 2, which is the wood pig, number 12. And we've got pile 3, which is the earth pig, number 36. And this is an interesting week we've got coming up, because at the end of the week we go into December. So for those of you who are excited about celebrating the holidays, then it's coming soon. You know, when we get into December, that is when I want to put my tree up. I get very excited about it, about decorating everything. But we also this week have Mercury going into retrograde, which does tend to push at us a little bit, Foxglove friends. So you take your time, just take some nice deep breaths and see which card jumps out at you. And then you can go on to the timestamp in the description, click on the one you want, and you can watch your reading. If you do like this reading, please do click on like and subscribe. It helps to grow my channel so I can help more people. And if you want to work with me one-to-one to do coaching, life coaching, love coaching, intuitive coaching, or for different readings, you can go either onto my website or you can go onto my Buy Me a Coffee shop where there's more information about what I do. So enjoy your reading, Foxglove friend. Hello Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading. You have picked pile 1. So you have picked the wood sheep. What a beautiful card. So what this card represents is a need to go back to the softer nature of who you are. So you may have either been trying to control a situation, or you may have been in a relationship that's been really controlling. But this is time for you to step back into nature so that you can rest and recuperate and recalibrate to the truer nature of who you are. So it says here, nature is your healer. So you might want to go for a walk. You might want to spend some time with plants. For me, the flowers, being able to smell the flowers is really good for resetting your nervous system, because if you have time to smell flowers and to listen to bird song, then your nervous system recognizes that you're not in danger, so it really helps to calm you down. So there's something here where you need to just step out of what has been maybe intense in some way, or too restricted, and to go back to nature, to just allow yourself that calm, healing time where you can switch your brain off a little bit and stop overthinking things and stop having to worry and whittle about things, and just be in the moment in a lovely space. Now I've picked this, each of the cards I've done today, okay, has got a rune card with it. So you have got the hare, the Bacano. Now the Bacano card is about new beginnings, so it's possibly that you've entered into something new, or something new is coming up, or a new relationship, and everybody's got a bit tense and controlling around the relationship in some way, or perhaps you've been trying to control it, or somebody's been trying to control you, and that's maybe why you just need to step out of this a little bit, just to have a bit of space to breathe to make sure that you're staying in alignment with you, so that any fears and things that are coming up aren't overruling you or overwhelming you. But it might be a new beginning in something else where you've tried to take control. Usually, if we go into something new, sometimes we can be so keen to make it all okay that we try to we almost try to force things to be just as we think they should be, so that we get a desired outcome, But actually, in doing that, we take away the element of trust. We take away the element of trust in our ancestors, in spirit. We take away faith, by trying to have such strong control over something. um, it squashes creativity, it squashes desire, and all sorts of things. So this is kind of um, a protective and nurturing rune card about new beginnings, and it can be to do with the mother. Sorry, Luna Barky moment. So this can be to do with the mother energies, um, in which nurturing is required. Maybe your actual mother is involved, or you're missing your mother in some way, and wanting those sorts of stereotypical qualities of somebody to take care of you and nurture you and worry about you and make you feel better, and give you that sort of safety that a stereotypical mother might do. There's those elements there, but you need to bring that in for yourself. So there's a great deal of nurturing, gentleness, taking things a bit more gently, being kinder to yourself, coming up this week. So I'm going to put these over here, and then we'll get a little bit more detail about what's coming in for you this week, pile one. So, Spirit, what is coming in for pile one this week, please? And we'll get a few cards out so that we can build up a story of the week ahead. Oops. Oh, how interesting. We've got charity and generosity in reverse. Okay. We've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. We've got Eight of Cups. Doorways. Make this just a little bit bigger so I can fit another one in. And then we have got Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, so this is really interesting. So you are in a position where something is causing you to want to leave a situation. So if this is related to a relationship, whether it's about having some space from it, whether it's about just choosing whether it's a relationship or not, there's an element where you're being pushed because of this potential controlling element, to step away from it, because it's causing you a lot of emotional anguish. Maybe you're feeling confused, you're feeling like you just want to pull your energy back in, or to this taking time out. The charity and generosity one in reverse, is very much about, you don't want to keep giving. You don't want to keep giving to this situation somehow because you feel like it's taking too much, or you're confused about the reality of what's going on here. Are you being taken a fool of? Are you being given too much? As somebody taking advantage of a good nature, maybe. There's kind of elements of that around it. And again, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the right way up, is usually like a new home or a new job or an engagement or something where you've got a tangible element that you're giving to secure a connection, to secure something that you want. Well, that's not happening here. That's being taken away during this week. So the Ace of Pentacles, the right way up, can also be to do with a new relationship. So there's potential that because of the confusion and because of it feels like you need to take a step out. You're going to make choices to take a step away from a situation, whether it's long term, whether it's just in the short term, just to have some space. Let me see if I can get any more information. What's happening for Pile 1 this week, please, Spirit? Yeah, so we've got these two in reverse as well. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So you're losing faith in this situation a little bit, Pile 1. And also you feel like it's not holding as much opportunity for you as you once thought it would. And this may well be the fact we've got Pentacles. I feel like whether this is to do with a job that you're not happy in, that you're wanting to leave, or whether it is a relationship that you're wanting to take a step away from. You maybe need a holiday, just for some of you. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But you know, when the Seven of Pentacles is the right way up, usually we're investing something, we're applying ourselves, something's growing, and it's positively coming into fruition. Whereas it feels like you've invested something and you've had some false start with the situation, or it's just not come to fruition in the way that you were hoping it would. So let's see. Let me see what else is happening for Pile 1 this week, please, Spirit. What else is happening for Pile 1 this week, please, Spirit? Yeah, so you're going to need a lot of strength in this week ahead. And you'll know about this already. You'll be aware of it. This isn't something that's coming out of the blue. So if this isn't sounding applicable, Pile 1, please choose a different pile. But you know this is coming, and you know that you've got overwhelmed and that you really need some time out from whatever it is, because you're starting to not be yourself. You're starting to feel out of alignment with who you are, with the values that you feel that you have about yourself. You know, you're not being the person that you think you are. So you need this time out. Before you make any decisions, do go into nature and have a walk, and try and calm your nervous system so that you make a choice that's based on your heart and your head, and that is, not a reaction, so that it's not dramatic. But it says you do have the strength to do what is right for you. And that may just be saying, I need to take some time out, wherever it applies, whether it means taking a holiday or whether it means just having some time out for you in some way, whatever that looks like. It's very important that you put yourself first this week, Pal 1. Let's get some advice for you. Spirit, can I have some advice for Pal 1, please? It's interesting that this is tying in with Mercury going into retrograde, and that it's saying that there's a new moon coming up into Sagittarius, which you'd think would be positive, but it's a bit harder this week. It's bringing emotional things to the surface to be dealt with. Right, let's see. What advice have we got, please, for pile 1? So you've got 1 with the universe. So it's important to see how this person here is kind of managing their energy. They're doing like a qigong or qigong exercise to manage the energy they've got. So pay attention. Is your energy being depleted? Is whatever situation we're looking at, are you giving too much so that you're becoming tired? How are you balancing yourself, regulating yourself to make sure that you have what you need? It may be a case of putting your phone down, turning it off for a bit. Just this person again is in nature, just, having that time away from all the stimulants, whether that's people or electrical devices or foods, just allow yourself to step away with that, to breathe into the earth, to soak up nourishment from the earth, and to breathe in life, and to steady and center yourself, pile 1, so that you are one with the universe, because the universe has your back. If you just listen to your emotions and how you feel, and recognize, and even if you can't figure out how you feel, that's what this time out is about. So, Spirit, can I have some more advice for pile 1, please? If you want to work with me, if you need a one-to-one reading, you can look at that on the Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to do bigger transformational work through coaching, which includes all sorts of psychological, holistic, spiritual reprogramming of patterns, clearing away anger, sadness, fear, hurt and guilt from now all the way through your life. It includes all sorts of things. You can have a look on my website and make contact with me, and we can talk about how we can do that. Spirit, let's have a look. Oh, how interesting. You've got a lot. 2 cards. The advice twice here is about trusting in the universe. Co-create with the universe. We've got the fire and the sun here, and it's all about how you are managing your energy. This is very much about following a path of joy. The co-create with the universe. The universe wants you to be happy. Spirit wants you to be happy. So spend time doing things that are going to bring your energy into centeredness. You might want to do yoga. You might want to do Tai Chi. You might want to do qigong, or things that make you feel better. So if you like to cook, maybe cook a new recipe so that you're truly focused and it brings you back, recalibrates you back to who you are, that sort of thing. This fire dragon, co-create with the universe. Keep following the path of joy. Celebrate the joy of others, so that you can get a bigger perspective and just have more happiness. Yeah, it's very much about finding your wings and flying. See how the fire dragon is in the sky. It's about finding the wings of you, finding who you are, and trusting that you will be guided towards what is right for you, and that miracles can happen. So it's kind of like, don't despair that whatever is going on here, this too shall pass, is kind of what I've got coming, because positivity is really coming for you in the future. So just trust that whatever you are being pushed with is happening to push you to better things. And there's learning lessons in everything that happens, pile 1. Let me just get another card for you, just to find it. But you know, these advice cards are very, very positive. It's very much about managing your energy, managing what you need, and stopping kind of giving everything you've got to everybody else because you need some time out. You need some regeneration. Sorry, that was a difficult word for me then. For this week, pile one. So, I am grateful for who I am and can be. I am enough, and I have everything I need to get to where I want to be. So that is the affirmation for you this week, pile one. And if you need to write that down and keep remembering that, it's very empowering. I am grateful for who I am and can be. I am enough and I have everything I need to get to where I want to be. So yes, you are enough. I think there's a strong element that you need to believe in yourself and everything that you are. Right, I'm going to leave that there, pile one, and wish you a very good week. And I hope you take care of yourself and make sure that you are managing your energy and loving and nurturing and nourishing yourself in whichever way is required. Take care. Lots of love to you, pile one. Thank you for watching. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Well, you certainly have picked a very spiritual looking card. And what I love about this one is the pig also represents the more wintry time of November, which is what we're just coming to the end of. Now, obviously these are timeless readings, but that if you're watching that right now, it applies very much so. And I look at the beautiful purpley magenta vortex there. So the colours in this card, the magenta in particular, strongly represents finding your soul path, getting in alignment with what your true purpose here is here. So this is all to do with the week ahead. So you may find that something happens or something comes to your attention, or you make a choice to help you step onto to get into true alignment with your soul path. Very, very, very exciting. You may have developed spiritually somehow and taken a step up, but this whole card is about what you are manifesting, how you are manifesting things into your life. And it's also a really positive card that if you've been in a bad place, if you've had tough times, you're now on the up. Things are improving, things are getting better, positive changes are happening, and can happen fast. You can have almost overnight success sometimes as part of this, and you know, you've taken a lot of dedication to get to this point. So honor and recognize how far you've come as you step into a higher frequency. Now we've also got this card here, which is a rune card. So you've got the card of Kenaz, which is the owl, and this is about gaining knowledge and wisdom, and also there's a lot of spiritual elements within this card. So that is supporting what we've got here with the wood pig. It's supporting the enlightenment, the lifting of a vibrational frequency to show that you're spiritually advancing. And it can also be about finding your true path, which is really fantastic. Sometimes it can represent the elements of the goddess, because the owl can be like a high priestess's familiar, if you like, that sort of thing. It's going to light your way through the dark, and it's all about being a self-starter. So there's a lot of information there that's kind of representative of what's coming up this week. So it's a really, really big positive time for you, pal 2. Okie dokie. So I'm going to put these over here Sorry if you heard Luna grumble then. The dishwasher just popped open and she's a bit on edge today for some reason. So I'm hoping she's going to have a little snooze the whole way through this reading. Right. Spirit, please can you advise what is coming for pile 2? What is coming this week for pile 2? There's such a lovely feeling, pile 2, to these cards. Really warm and a sweetness that you might not have had for a while. A sweetness that just makes me feel like there's a joy element. You might have a moment this week where you go, oh my goodness, I'm actually doing it. I'm actually doing what I've been striving towards for such a long time. I feel the potential of my future. I feel the potential of what I'm here to do. Or you may see glimpses of that, or you may very strongly get information about that. Right, so we've got 3 of Cups in reverse. So the right way up, this is to do with friendships and things. So you might just want to watch out if there's any jealousies about how you're going ahead. You know, sometimes when you have like a glow up or a big shift in your energetic frequency and you start to step on your life path and everything's wonderful and you think people are going to be supportive, sometimes they're not, pal 2, I'm sorry to say, because when you actually get to that point of positivity, it can actually trigger other people's fears about where they currently are because they're not on their soul path. So just beware of that and try to be compassionate, but step away from anyone and take a bit of time out while you get things into action. So, and also I think they might know what they're doing. So we've got the Innocence card, the Page of Wands here, upside down in reverse. So yeah, there is a little warning just to be a bit aware of other people and to, you know, guard yourself a little bit without panic or anything, but be discerning as you step into this really positive time. And also recognize if you have increased your vibrational frequency, the way other people behave, the energy that they're emitting will impact on you in a stronger way than ever before. And you are welcome to work with me as a coach to progress through this part of your life in a supported fashion, because I can help you clear away negativity and, you know, see how these things are helping. What is the universe doing for you as part of these things? So just check that out in the description on my website, and there's lots of coaching options on the website there. Spirit, what else is happening for pile 2 this week, please? I think I might have to zoom out a little bit to fit these in. Yeah, you're finding freedom, pile 2. Freedom from previous restrictions where you thought you couldn't move forward. If there's been a block or you've kind of been going, I just don't know how to progress, that is being lifted this week, which is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, because there's nothing worse than feeling stuck. Spirit, what else is happening for pile 2 this week, please? It's a very exciting time this week. You may be committing to something that brings you great joy. Yeah, there might be a few elements of fear around what you're going to do as well, because it seems like it's going to be a big deal. Let me just get... Spirit, can you tell us what else is happening for pile 2 this week, please? So I think the potential of the world opens up to you this week. Yeah, and you've got to have strength to go ahead with this. Now, this is interesting because strength came up for pile 1 as well. So we may have a theme going on this week that, you know, to take the next steps before we get to the new year, you may well have to have that last bit of a push, like when you're at the end of a marathon, I want to say. And you sort of getting to the end of the marathon, but that takes you into a new life. It takes you into a new way of being because you've achieved something that's really, really great. So I'm feeling that this one is the right way up, I have to say, pal, too. So there may be elements of travel taking place for you in the week ahead. It's Thanksgiving, you know. I haven't mentioned that as well. So if it is Thanksgiving for you and you're enjoying those celebrations, there may be elements of travel here and going to see people that you haven't seen in a while, which is really, really lovely. It's going to be a very exciting and positive time for you. Maybe if you are travelling, it's going to bring certain revelations and understandings and a different way of looking at life. This removing a certain restriction from you, maybe actually the fact that you're getting to go somewhere where you've been waiting to go there for a while, pile 2. You may literally be walking through a new doorway somewhere along the line, but you might feel a bit worried about what's going on. There might be a lot of messages going back and forward to do with what's going on this week, pal 2. So let's see if we can get you some advice to help you along. Spirit, can we have some advice? Do we want one more? I need one more card. Sorry, Spirit says we've got one more card about what's happening this week for you, pal 2. Spirit, let's have one more card. I think what's happening this week for you, pal 2, part of what's happening, because I've just seen 2 things around me. One to do with snakes, which is often about living from the heart more. And the fact that you've got this 8 of Swords in reverse shows that you're stepping away from certain worries and stresses that you've had. So we've got Fire Pig, which again is about raising your frequency. Heck, something lovely is happening this week for you, pal 2, where you really are stepping into a new way of being, more spiritual, more, you're stepping out of negative behaviours, you're stepping out of limiting beliefs, you might be leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you. Pigs might fly this week, pal 2. So miracles may happen so that you can get what you're wanting. There's a little feather there which tends to show that spirit is with you. Your ancestors or people you know who've passed, they are with you. They are with you and supporting you to make your dreams come true. So are the angels. You've got a whole lot of support on your side this week, pal 2. So I think they just wanted to add that in there to just to say more about this spiritual element, about how you're stepping onto your soul purpose path, or you're progressing along your soul purpose path somehow this week, and it's opening up the whole world for you. I love it, but you've still got to have that push, that ability to feel the strength within you to keep going. Keep going, pal 2. Don't give up yet. If it's been a hard slog, it's getting better. It's happening. Everything's shifting in your favour. Right, let's have some advice. Can I have some advice? I don't know why I'm holding it so you can't see it. Look, I'm shuffling, folks, in case you couldn't hear. I am shuffling the cards. What's the advice we've got? Okay, Wood Monkey, choose your battles. So, as you're going into this higher vibrational frequency, don't engage in conflicts and issues unnecessarily. Observe behaviours around you. Observe what is going on, and take time to consider before you go venturing ahead. Choose the best route of action, whether that's with a person, whether it's with what you're doing. Be careful not to be too reactive, because you know what I'm getting is it's important not to let your ego get involved, because this might be quite exciting this week ahead. So just be careful that your ego doesn't go racing ahead, wanting to protect you or making sure that you're okay or being suspicious of people. Just keep things calm. I had a sip of my drink then, weirdly, which I don't normally do, and I'm worried that you might have heard that. Apologies if you did hear that. I've got a little bit of a cold. It's ginger and lemon. So, yeah, before you make any decisions, have a little drink, pal, too. So, and when we're doing mediumship and things, quite often you'll have a drink so that you can listen to what's coming in before making a statement. And I feel that's what you need to do. If somebody said something to you that knocks you off, have a little drink, pal, too, and just let it settle, let it ground, and be aware and be discerning, and keep your focus on the goal. Keep at a higher vibrational frequency so you're not buying into anger or resentment or jealousy and all that stuff. There are people around you who may be pushing, triggering you, or not be behaving in a loving way as they should be. So you might have to, walk your own path and trust in spirit rather than those here on the earth at the minute. Trust that spirit's got you back, and they're taking you in the right direction. And those who are meant to stay in your life will stay in your life, and those who aren't will fall away. So don't be afraid and start reacting too much to things. And also take your time to look through things if you need to. If you're doing anything with contracts or legal documents, or Mercury is in retrograde this week. Take your time to read the small print of things. Don't react too quickly to any emails you get. Take your time to think and make sure you're making the right choices. Right, what other advice have we got, please, pal? For pal 2. Yeah, okay. Earth snake. We've got the world there again, look. Really, really nice that is. So, gratitude leads to abundance. Keep giving thanks as you go through this. There's stones there that look like amethyst. So we've got protection around you. We've got the gold element. This red is very grounding. Make sure that you're very grounded as you go through this process. Calm yourself, because I love the fact we've got the world again, which is just very showing you that everything is possible right now. This week, everything, all the possibilities of what you want going forward are available to you now. So give thanks all the time. Say your prayers before you go to sleep. If that's the way you roll. But you can always just be grateful to Spirit for supporting you, for whoever you believe in, for supporting you. Be grateful to yourself for having the perseverance and the fortitude to get this far, and to keep applying learning and wisdom and knowledge, for taking the time to gather that knowledge and learning so that you can be in this position right now. Spirit, can I have one more advice card for pile 2, please, for this week? Oh, look at that. That's nice. I've got a snake again. Interesting. So we've got metal snake this time. Embrace the great transformation. Oh, yeah. So, and we've got the lilies there. Now, lilies grow out of the mud. They're a wonderful symbol of blossoming and blooming even when you've been through hardships and difficult times. And they're beautiful, even though they've had to fight their way through the mud to show and shine. So enjoy this time of transformation, and I feel like this is Spirit coming in for you again. Enjoy this time of transformation. You've worked hard to get here, pal. Too. That's such a beautiful feeling of grace. Be very much in the moment. Allow yourself to really experience how wonderful this week's going to be. Again, we've got a very strong heavenly feel to this. So you've got so many higher vibrational frequency references through this. Glow Up Week is here, pal, too. Appreciate who you are. Treat yourself like the precious jewel that you are. Allow yourself to shine and radiate, and to, if good things are coming to you, if people are saying nice things, sometimes, depending on which culture you're from, we can feel embarrassed and kind of go and shy away from that recognition. This is asking you, don't shy away from how well you're doing. Own it with pride and joy and gratitude in a humble but open and honest way. You've worked a lot to get here. It's very much about acting from the heart this week, pal, too. So let me get you one final card. I want this. I want this week, pal, too, as well. I'm sure I have quite a nice life because I've done all the work. I've done all the work on myself to have a peaceful and content and loving life. So I feel like you have also done this work too, pal, too. Right, let me get a nice final card for you. I radiate love. This is your affirmation for the week, pal, too. I radiate love and others reflect love back to me. Every day of my life is filled with love. Yeah, so if you get a chance, maybe write that down and just keep repeating that to yourself this week. But that is so true. It's perfectly reflective of the beautiful energy that you are going to be in this week, pal, too. So I wish you lots and lots of luck, and with whatever you're doing, your endeavours. And thank you for watching. If you liked this, please do click like and subscribe. Helps to grow my channel so I can help more people like you. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye. Welcome to your reading. Now, if you watch me regularly, it's always exciting by the time I've got to Pile 3 because I've seen what's going on for Pile 1 and 2 already by now. And it seems to be quite a week of extremes, is what I'm going to say, Pile 3. However, your card is different again. So you have got the Earth Pig. Let me just show you that a little bit closer. You have got the Earth Pig. Now the Earth Pig, it states surrender to the moment. At present, it's showing that the week ahead you may be going through confusion, a lack of clarity, There may be fears coming up for you, or that's possibly what's been going on. And it's telling you, don't make any dramatic actions or decisions right now. There's a lot of change going on around you. My throat's going funny as I'm saying this, so I wonder if you're feeling a bit upset, excuse me, or if you're feeling a bit unempowered, feeling uncertain about what's happening in your life. In Taoism, there's something called Wu Wei, which refers to letting things happen without force and going in the direction of the flow rather than fighting against it. At the minute, this week ahead, you need to let nature take its course, as you're kind of in some sort of uncertain situation. So just pay attention to what comes up for you emotionally. I tend to put my worries and concerns in a bucket and let the angels take them away, because I trust and have faith that there are bigger powers at work who know what is right for me in life, and I trust that they will make the right decisions. So you can always ask the angels or whoever you believe in. You can ask spirit, your ancestors, those you know who've passed into the beyond the veil. Ask for their support, ask for them to help you, to show you the way. But for now, just rest. Recognize your fears. There's something else I do where I say my fears out loud. So I might say, I am afraid that, and I just say what the fear is, and then I repeat it and I repeat it, and it's a bit like emptying the dustbin. And then you breathe into your heart space and you feel into your heart and you go, my heart tells me, and allow your heart to tell you what's true. Because the difference is, a lot of the time, your brain and the amygdala is firing into action. When something is uncertain, we can feel anxious. Our brain is going, how do I stay safe? Am I at risk here? And you just need to calm that down. And look, little piggy here is having a little snooze and a little rest, and that is what you need to be doing during this week. Just to take nice deep breaths and take beautiful care of yourself as much as you can. Now we've also got a rune card, so you've got Degas. Now you'll see on this card that that's a butterfly. So, and it's really lovely actually, I'm going to show you again because it is really, really, really lovely. This is very much about transformation. So as you're resting this week and trying to recognize your fears and allowing yourself to go with the flow, allowing yourself to trust in spirit and that there are beings that know much more than you about what is good for you, having faith that you are on the right path or will be guided to the right path. As this happens this week, you will be going through a transformational process of awakening, transforming out of the cocoon into the butterfly. And it can be an uncomfortable feeling as you go through these changes, because the butterfly doesn't have an easy time transforming from being in one position to another, from going through the learnings in life. I hope that makes sense. It's not always easy as we shift and change to become a more beautiful, enlightened version of ourselves. So, let's put that there, and I'm going to have a little bit more about have another little look. What is happening for pile 3, please, this week, Spirit? And I've got to be careful because I accidentally say the wrong piles sometimes on the videos, is what I've noticed. Because I get so into the reading, I forget which pile you are. But I know this is pile 3, so I just call you my Foxglove friend. Yeah, so we've got the 5 of Cups in reverse. So you may have felt a bit of a loss of hope, perhaps something's happened and you've gone, oh, I don't know if everything's going to be okay. I don't know. But you need to relinquish control and just rest this week. Notice that you feel a lack of hope. Honour that you feel a lack of hope. You know, if you need to say out loud, I feel a lack of hope. I feel like hope has left me and now I feel sadness. Sometimes, even if you're on your own, I don't even mean saying it to anybody else, I mean just say it out loud to yourself. Sometimes that recognition and see what the lack of hope looks like and nurture it and nourish it and treat it as, it's a part of you. It's an emotion that's come up that is a part of you. So care for it and care for yourself like you're your own best parent this week. Pile 3. What else is going on for Pile 3 this week, please? 9 of Wands. Yeah, the determination that you had has kind of dwindled. I might have used the wrong word there, but it's kind of disappeared a little bit. You're feeling a little bit deflated. Pile 3. Okay, interesting though. We've got quite a few things. We've got new adventures coming up. So you have got things that are happening. Maybe that is with possibly with Thanksgiving coming up, or just maybe you're going on a journey, or you've got plans for other things. So while you're going through this uncertainty and maybe you're waiting for something, allow yourself to think of what you do like in life. Allow yourself maybe to plan something fun in the future, or to think about how far you've come, how much you've already done, so that you can feel the strength and groundedness and rootedness and wholeness of all that you are. So sometimes when we've got this uncertainty, we feel a bit like we're blowing about in the wind. Remember who you are, remember who you've come from, what makes you, what your ancestry line is, if you know, what you've done in life that's good. Recognise that and think about what you'd like to be doing. Talk to other people. Spend time with friends or family or people who are supportive, and have a nice time where you can, in warm, cosy settings, Pile 3, and recognise that there's a strong level of innocence within this situation. So if other people are involved, just know that nobody is trying to hurt you on purpose. They're just trying to figure things out, and all parties are innocent. So quite often, as part of the neurolinguistic programming process, we learn that everybody is doing the best that they can all the time. Even if it seems like it's not right for you, they're doing what they think is the best, and that's based on their past experiences, it's based on what they've been through before. I just said the same thing in 2 different ways. I was trying to do the best that I could, Pile 3. But yeah, I feel that, I recognise that this is not an easy time for you. Let me just get, but at the same time, enjoy what you can. Enjoy the life that you have. Enjoy the life that you have, Pile 3. Make plans. Do nice things that are kind and lovely for you in whatever way you can. And sort of, like it says, surrender to the moment and go with the flow. Maybe I want to say a degree of distraction is maybe required this week while you're waiting for something, possibly. What else is going on for Pile 3, please? Yeah, be grateful for what you do already have. I love this. A lot of the time, one reading leads on to another. So this was in pile 2, and in pile 2 I got something from pile 1, and it's almost like what stage of a process you're in sometimes, along certain lessons, which is really, really interesting. A bit like sometimes we describe it like a marathon. What part of the marathon are you in? Are you a front runner, or are you at the back a little bit, and what stage you're going through? So anyway, I don't know why I'm saying that, but anyway, be grateful for what you've got. Try and stay grounded. Appreciate the things you've got. There may be elements of travel involved for some of you, but make sure you're being grounded and recognise all the positive things in life that you've got. I want one more card for what's going on, and then we'll get some advice. Oops. Oh, I about chucked everything everywhere then, haven't I? Spirit, can I have one more card for what's going on for pile 3, please? Yeah, trust your intuition. That's nice. Wood dog. So the sun is shining on the little dog. You know, like when you can't see the wood for the trees, is the feeling I get with this one. And the wood is very grounding. The dog is very loyal. Be loyal to yourself. It's 11. So quite often 11 is representative of the one looking at themselves. So just trust your intuition about how things are going to go, and to really trust your intuition, you need to be grounded. You need to allow yourself to take deep breaths so that you're connected to your higher self, so that your nervous system is nice and calm. So you may want to spend some time in nature, but that's what it's calling for you to do this week. Pile 3, let's get some advice cards for you. Spirit, can we have some advice for pile 3 for the week ahead? Have some advice for pile 3 for the week ahead. Oh yeah, interesting. So as much as you might be impatient or anxious or unsure of this week as it goes ahead, actually this is part of the process to manifesting your dreams. So you see how the choppy water is there, and the water dragon is making their way through it, and the water often represents emotions. So there might be lots of swirling, whirling emotions coming up for you this week, pile 3, but what you're going through, this huge transformation, it's all kind of part of manifesting your dreams. So it's important to know that this is part of the process. It's not going to carry on forever, and the right outcome will pop out on the other side. You've got an awful lot to be grateful for, an awful lot. So just acknowledge that. Spirit, what other advice have we got for pile 3, please? Perhaps part of what you're waiting for is to do with the new adventures as well. You know, perhaps you've had your mind set on something, and there's a whole new way of there's a whole new way of that you're going to live as you're transforming through these choppy waters to create the dreams that you're wanting, that you've been thinking of for a while. We've got the earth sheep, return to your center. So again, making sure that you're grounded, making sure that your energy is centered. With that, I'd say make sure that you're breathing into your heart space. You know, literally imagine as you're taking in breaths that you are breathing into the area where your heart is, and that all your energy is centered there. And you can always imagine like a a straight, well, a straight line down the center of you. So one not feng shui, a qigong or qigong exercise is to imagine yourself like bamboo. So you ground your feet on the floor, and then you allow yourself to rock a little bit like this, knowing that your center is here and you are flexible and you won't break. So you sort of do that. That's a nice way to center yourself. Part of what this card says is to treat your internal and external environments with love and reverence. Everything around us is part of Mother Earth, including us. So practice mindfulness, which will take you out of anxiety, because when we start worrying about what's going on in the future, it's because we've got no control. Whereas we do have control over what's going on now. So if you focus on this very moment in time, like if you're watching this video, you're sitting somewhere watching this video. So right now you're fine, and have a look around you and see what you can see, and take in, feel what you can feel right now. You know what I mean? To bring you back to centeredness in this very moment, pile 3. Let me get another card of advice for you. So I feel like this, even though you might be nervous and worrying a little bit, this is a positive time for you, because we've got you manifesting your dreams, you know, and we've got these new adventures, and you've got friends around you. There's a lot of, and gratitude, you know, there's a lot of positive elements happening for you this week, pile 3. It's just a case of stepping out of your own head to allow the flow of things to happen, so that you can go through this transformational period. One more advice card. Oh, that's exciting. So we've got another dragon. And we have got Waking the Warrior Within. Wow. That's very exciting, isn't it? So that's the metal dragon. How interesting. So certainly the single sword there is usually very much about clarity. It's about using our minds to be discerning and, you know, again, a bit like mindfulness, which is what we've said here about having, so that our thoughts aren't racing around. We've just got the one sword here, which sword's representative of thought and logic and things like that. So make sensible, logical decisions. Be in alignment with your actions. Be courageous. It's that there's certain masculine energy with this card, which is about, interestingly, that's about action usually, but it's just about having strength within you, and to try and step away from your ego. Like I've said, when your amygdala and the fight, flight or freeze elements kick in when you've got too much going on in your head, if you're worrying too much, it might be your ego trying to protect you, you know, trying to, or worrying about how you're going to be perceived by others. So focus on being of service to other people if you can. What can you do that's going to be nice and generous to other people, so that you can rise up to your highest potential? Have some humility and understand that you are more than you think you are. You're more powerful than you realise, and that there's a warrior element within you which has been awakened. So you might want to take on a leadership role. You might be stepping into something where you're going to be a manager, or you're going to be in charge of something, or you're supporting somebody in a way that leads the way. It's about overcoming issues and problems as well. So I'm going to get you one more One more card. Pile 3. Okay, yeah. So your affirmation for this week is, I am always striving to find good in my life. So this week it's very much about staying positive. Don't let, we've got Mercury in retrograde, which can cause a lot of problems and difficulties and things like that, but don't let your fears and anxieties get the better of you. Try to step into your heart space, rest, take it easy, try and enjoy life as much as you can this week. Talk with friends, spend time with friends, trust your intuition because your dreams are coming into manifestation. Just stay grounded and grateful. If you have liked this reading and it's resonated, please do click on like and subscribe. I really appreciate you watching. If you want to work with me as a coach, you can do so by going on to my website, which is in the description, and you can fill in the Let's Talk page on my website and we can work together. Or you can book a one-to-one reading with me, a past life regression or timeline therapy, which gets rid of anger, sadness, fear, hurt and guilt from now all the way back through your timeline. That's hugely powerful for changing your reality and allowing, freeing you up. Any of those you can check out on my Buy Me a Coffee page as well. It's all in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely week, Pile 3. Take care. Bye bye.